Hello Form 3, welcome to your very first Campo Maths video. This is to do with the sample paper I handed out last week. It's to do with the awkward area question. First thing you were asked was to find the area of the ground covered by the tunnel. It's fairly straightforward. It's just a rectangle. That's your length there, and then that's your width, and that's your length going all the way back. If you look at this diagram, the width there is exactly the same as the width of the semicircle, which is the diameter of the semicircle, which is 4, and you've got 8 meters going back, four bunches of 2. So it's just 4 by 8. Gives you the 32, and then your units meters squared. Next step was to find the amount of metal used. Each hoop is a semicircle, and there's 5 of them. Remember the radius is 2, so to work out the area of a semicircle, length of a semicircle I should say, the length of a full circle is 2 pi r, so divide that by 2 for a semicircle, give you pi r. We know r is 2, so your total is 6.28 meters. There's 5 of those, so 5 hoops gives a total length of metal of 31.4. Then add on the 8, which is the length of the metal bar across the top, 2, 4, 6, 8, and you get your answer, 39.4. Right, part C was an awkward one. The polythene, to find the amount of polythene basically, it goes over the door as well. Okay, so you've basically got this length going over, so polythene going over the top, which is in the shape of a semicircle. And if you imagine taking all that off and lay it on the ground, you have a big rectangle. This part here, the flat bit here, is going to fold out as part of the rectangle. So your total length is going to be your 8 meters there, and your 2 meters there, and 2 meters at the other side as well at the back. That's 8, 2, 10, and 2, 12 meters. But it goes 0.25 underground at either side. So you get 8 plus 2 at the end, but also 0.25 underground, and then at the other end the same. That gives you a total of 12.5. Remember I said the width of the polythene is just the length of a semicircle, which we already know to be 6.28 from up here, and we add on the 2 bits that are underground, 0.25 and 0.25, and that's 6.78 meters. To find the total area of polythene, multiply length by width, and you get 84.75 meters squared. Part D, you were asked, nice handy question, find the volume of air in the tunnel. Remember, you can do part D without being able to do any other part, so always be on the lookout for that. The shape is half a cylinder. Shape is half a cylinder. Radius 2 and length 8. Very easy. Pi r squared, h is a full cylinder, divided by 2. Fill in your values, you get 32 pi over 2, just 16 pi. Just 50 point something meters cubed this time. The last thing then was to find the dimensions, or find the okay, bit of work to do here. We have to find the amount of soil needed to make up the bed, the bed of a raised bed. So the height is 25, that's grand. We need the area of the bed. There's your bed. We need to know that length and that length. So I've done a diagram here. The rectangle you got in part A was 4 by 8, cutting off 0.2 meters off either end, so there's a small little gap, maybe for walking around. Okay, so it's 4 meters across, and you take away a 0.2 and a 0.2 here, you get 3.6. If it's 8 meters length, you get a 0.2 and a 0.2 here, which is 7.6. Nothing too hard there. The bed is the grey area, and it has been for quite a lot of you that I've seen, well, quite a lot of your copies that I've seen. It's a very grey area. Multiply 3.6 by 7.6, and that gives you the area of the grey section, and then multiply it by the height of the bed, 0.25. That gives you a total of 6.84 meters cubed. So that's the amount of soil you'll need to completely fill your bed, your flower bed or vegetable bed. Simple enough to work out the cost. 1 meter cubed is 0.75 tons, so 6.84 meters cubed. Just multiply both of those sides by 6.84, you get 5.13 tons. Each ton is €80. So you multiply 80 by 5.13, you get €410.40. Not so bad really, that one. So all in all, I'd say that was a tough question, but some parts were fairly doable. Parts A was easy. I didn't think B was too bad. I thought C was tough. D was very easy, and then E was back to being tough. Not too bad though if you made a diagram for yourself. Alright, there you go. More to come on this. Take it easy.